So today we will study a new article, same chapter, that is the shortest distance between two lines. So to understand that, see here. Suppose there is a plane, shortest distance between two lines. First, you consider one plane. Consider there is XY plane. One plane I have taken. Okay. So in one plane, either the lines will be parallel or they will be intersecting. So here the shortest distance is the distance, perpendicular distance between two lines, that is D. Distance between two parallel lines in Cartesian plane. This already you have studied in class 11. When you talk about this also, either the lines will be parallel, means they will not meet, or the lines will be intersecting. In this case, your distance is 0. Got the point? Now consider three-dimensional figure. So three-dimensional figure, you look at here. If I take join this x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So suppose this is A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. Now if I join these two, where is this line? This is not in one plane. This line is passing in ZOY plane. This line is also passing in XOY, XOZ plane. This line is also passing in XOY plane. Because in this plane you can see the line is here. In this plane you see the line is here. In this plane you see the line is also here. Three planes are shown. ZOX plane, XOY plane, so ZOY plane. That means this line is in the this line is not in coplanar. They are non-coplanar because it is remaining in three different planes. Okay. So one line that I have drawn here. Draw another line. So what you observe here, these lines are neither parallel nor intersecting. I can make it bit better way. You can look at here. There is a rectangle here, another rectangle here. This is our x plane, x, y axis, z axis. If I join this, if I join this, if I join this, I take A, B, C, D, E, F. Now one line I told you is passing like this. Another line you see here is passing like this. Look at, here is wider, here is narrower, but they are not intersecting. So this line will be like this. Like this. So non-coplanar lines. When you find this situation, they are neither intersecting nor parallel. Is not parallel because here the length is more, it is less here. Okay, so what you find, they are called skew lines. So let me write down what is called a skew line. The lines which are neither parallel nor intersecting. Are called skew lines. Neither parallel nor intersecting. So today we discuss the shortest distance between two skew lines. Shortest distance between two skew lines. Okay, so let's take a situation here, that is, this is one line, this is another line. This is suppose L1, this is suppose L2. Shortest distance. So how to understand this? Suppose this is the shortest distance here, PQ, and it is perpendicular to both. So how can you say this distance is, this is a line which is perpendicular to both? Just imagine here, there is one line gone like this, one line gone like this. Look at here. Now if you are toss like this, toss, or tie this one to a rubber band and hang it. So hanging means there is a gap created here. You can see there is a gap. That gap is, the rubber band is the distance between two lines. So that will be perpendicular, because when you come straight, it is meeting here. That is a straight line. So that will be perpendicular to both the lines. So that is what you want to find out. PQ will be the shortest distance between two lines. Okay now. So when I say, let R equals to A1 plus lambda B1 and R equals to A2 plus mu B2 are two lines. Two skew lines I have taken here. So what is that A1, A2? A1 is a point here. Suppose this is the point S, which is called as position vector is A1. T, suppose here position vector is A2. So if I join here ST will be the position vector of A1 and position vector A2 relation. That we will discuss now. So now the question here is how to find this distance, and you are given A1 and A2. One more thing is given. What about this B1? B1 is a parallel vector here. B2 is a line को parallel. B2, because when you write A1 plus lambda B1, A1 is the point, B1 is the parallel line. Similarly, A2 is the point, B2 is the parallel to this line. So when I say PQ is perpendicular to both L1 and L2, it is same as PQ is perpendicular to both B1 and B2. So you can say here the vector unit vector. So let's write down two more things here. Here PQ is perpendicular to both L1 and L2, implies PQ is perpendicular to both B1 and B2. Okay, PQ will be perpendicular because if I extend it also, so it will be perpendicular to both. Anything perpendicular to this will be perpendicular to this one because these two are parallel. Anything perpendicular to this line will be perpendicular to B1 because these two are also parallel. So we will take the concept of B1 B2 relation with PQ. That will be, so let PQ is in the direction of unit vector N, which is perpendicular to both B1 and B2. Look, I told you earlier, if suppose this is B1, this is B2, then this is the unit vector which is perpendicular to the plane containing B1 and B2. So N will be a vector which is perpendicular to both B1 and B2. So what was its formula? That was N cap will be how much? The B1 cross B2 by B1 cross B2. This you have studied in vector chapter. You have studied this. If I say this distance is D, if I say this distance is D, then what will be PQ then? dn cap, because magnitude and the unit vector, because this is in the direction, PQ is in the direction of N, so that will be the unit vector for this also. So PQ equals to dn. Let's keep this concept here. Okay, then what is ST line? ST line. ST equals to terminal ST line. ST, terminal position vector minus initial position vector, that is A2 minus A1. This also you got now. Okay, now the what question here is that projection will come out. Look, I had told you, if this was O, this is A, little bit conceptual, try to understand. This is suppose B vector, this is theta. What is projection of B on A vector? Projection of B on OA. So I have dropped a perpendicular here because this point is already joined here. So that will be, this is the perpendicular distance, that is OA. Only magnitude, scalar I have taken, OA, that is how much? I have done there, B dot A by modulus of A. This we have discussed. Projection of B on A is B dot A by mod of A. So if this line is not like this, if this line is suppose like this, ST line, ST and PQ. So when you drop a line, you find this angle is 90 degree. When you drop a line, this angle is 90 degree. So PQ is now the projection of ST on PQ vector. You can say PQ vector is the projection of ST on PQ vector. PQ vector is the projection of ST. Projection of ST on PQ is this distance. So PQ is how much? PQ will be how much? That will be dot product of this line, ST line dot PQ line by modulus of PQ line. If I remind you, projection of OB on OA, how did you find? OB means B vector dot A vector by dot A vector by mod of PQ vector. Okay. So you can write PQ equals to how much? If theta is the angle, suppose if you extend it, they will meet at a point. If theta is the angle between, if theta is the angle between ST and PQ, then ST equals to PQ cos theta. ST equals to PQ cos theta. How to understand this point? Look at here. This is suppose S or B vector. This is suppose O. This is A. If you drop a perpendicular, this is theta. Cos theta equals to base by hypotenuse, OA by OB, and OA equals to OB cos theta. OA equals to OB cos theta. So OA means what? The projection. A PQ is the projection. So you can write PQ equals to PQ equals to ST cos theta. PQ equals to ST cos theta, and cos theta equals to PQ dot product dot ST by PQ ST. This is the definition if theta is the angle between them. Okay, now back to our point. If I write this, what shall I get? What is PQ then? PQ is D dot dn cap. This is dn cap. ST is A2 minus A1 divided by PQ modulus. PQ is what then? Again PQ, let's keep here PQ and ST. It's a PQ modulus. PQ modulus is dn cap modulus and ST. Okay, because PQ what you have taken? Your PQ is dn cap. PQ is dn cap. So modulus of PQ means modulus of these two. N cap ka value will be 1. So that is dn cap dot A2 minus A1 divided by D only, D and ST. So this is cancelled. Cos theta is what? Now back to our this point. PQ equals to ST cos theta. So implies PQ equals to ST cos theta is this n cap dot A2 minus A1 divided by ST. Modulus is there. This ST is cancelled. So what is left out? N cap dot A2 minus A1. N cap dot A2 minus A1. That means our n cap equals to what? We have written there B1 cross B2 by modulus of B1 cross B2 dot here A2 minus A1 vector. Its modulus. So what is PQ? That is your required distance D now. Therefore PQ means shortest distance equals to, you can interchange it, A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 by modulus of B1 cross B2. So this is the formula. So which things are related here? Difference between the points of the line, cross product of their parallel vector, modulus of their parallel vectors, cross product. Okay. So this is the skew lines. What about shortest distance between two parallel lines in the space? Shortest distance between two parallel lines in the space, like this. This is our L1, this is our L2. Okay, this is our shortest distance because parallel, so perpendicular to both will be the shortest distance here. So we have taken R equals to A1 plus lambda B, R equals to A2 plus mu B. Look at the difference. Parallel vector will be same because any line parallel to this will be also parallel to this, because these two are parallel lines, will not have B1 and B2. This will be same B here, because any line you find here, any line you find here, both will be same. Only difference in the magnitude, but the direction will be same. So because magnitude is lambda and mu here, but the vector will be B. So we are taking R equals to A1 plus lambda B, A2 plus lambda B. Okay. Now there is a point, suppose this is the point T, this is the point S. S means position vector is A1, here it is A2. Now if I join here, suppose this is the theta is the angle between them. Theta is the angle between them. So what will you find? What is B cross ST? So this is one vector. There is another vector B vector here. What is cross product of these two vectors? So you can find out B vector cross ST vector, cross product definition. So what is that? Now mod B mod st sin theta and unit vector. Theta is the angle between them. So B cross st equals to mod B. This is st sin theta. This is modulus here, modulus here. So unit vector ka modulus will be 1. That means you got here B cross st equals to mod B st sin theta. St sin theta. Let's find out what is sin theta here. You can find sin theta equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse. That means TB, suppose TB by hypotenuse ST. So ST sin theta, TB I have taken as perpendicular distance, that is D. I have taken this one as D. So that will be D now. Okay, if I put st sin theta here, so what will be B cross st then? So implies B cross st equals to mod B and D. D is the distance, st sin theta is D. So if you bring this one here, so your required distance D equals to B cross st by modulus of B. But what is st here? St is the magnitude here you have taken here. St is this st. That is terminal point minus initial point. So that will be B cross st is A2 minus A1 by modulus of B, and distance cannot be negative, it will take its magnitude. So this is the formula for distance between two parallel lines in the space. Well, let's take two questions on this so we can understand. Suppose our first question is, find the shortest distance between two lines. So R equals to I plus j minus 2k plus lambda times 3I plus j plus k, and R equals to I minus j plus k plus mu times 2I plus 3j. Suppose, okay, then you find out which are A1, which are B1. This is A1, this is B1. Write down A1 vector equals to I plus j minus 2k. B1 vector is 3I plus j plus k. A2 I minus j plus k. B2 2I plus 3j. Okay, what you need? You need A2 minus A1. So what is A2 minus A1? That is this minus this, 0I, this minus this, plus 2k, this minus this, minus 3k. Okay, then what is B1 cross B2? How do you find cross product? Now determinant method. IJK 311 230. Look at once more, 311 230, because K is not here. So how to evaluate determinant? Remember, that will be I times, forget I line, what do you find? 1130, then minus J times, J line you forget, 3120 plus K times will be, K line you forget, 3123. So that will give you, directly लिखो 1 minus 1 into 0 is 0, 0 minus 3i, 0 minus 2j, 9 minus 2k. So that will be minus 3i. This is B1 cross B2 plus 2j plus 7k. Okay, what is B1 cross B2 modulus? How much it will be? Minus 3 square plus 2 square plus 7 square root over. How much? 49, 53 and 9, 62. Okay, then you need B1 cross B2, B1 cross B2 dot A2 minus A1. So A2 minus A1 dot product is commutative. With this you are doing, with this, or you can interchange it, A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2. So A2 minus A1 is this, dot B1 cross B2 is minus 3i plus 2j plus 7k. So multiply, this is I into I will be 1, this is 0 into minus 3 plus 2 into 2 plus minus 3 into 7, that is 4 minus 21, that is minus 17. Okay, then distance formula. What is D? D will be A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 by modulus of B1 cross B2. So here put karo, this is minus 17 divided by 62 root over modulus. So it will be 17 by 62 root over unit. Okay, then let's see one Cartesian form. Find the shortest distance between two lines. Find the shortest distance between two lines. What is that? 2x minus 2 by 4, 1 minus y by 2 equals to z, and x plus 1 by 3 y plus 2 by 1 equals to z minus 3. So what you have to do is you write in the standard form. Standard form means x coefficient should be 1, x should be positive. So divide by 2. If you divide by 2, it will be x minus 1 by 2. This is now in the standard form. This one in the standard form. Y has to be positive. Divide by minus 1. So y minus 1 by minus 2. Z means z minus 0. Z means z by 1. You have to understand 1 is here. So by 1. So this will give you point. This will give you the parallel vector. That means your A vector will be which one? A1 minus 1. Again 1. Then 0. So that will be I plus j plus 0k. B1 vector, this one 2 minus 2 1. 2 minus 2 1. That is 2i minus 2j plus k. A1 B1. Let's go to this one. How to find? X plus 1 by 3 y plus 2 by 1 equals to z minus 3. 3 means by 1. This is not in standard form. It is x minus minus 1 by 3. Minus or minus, because standard form is minus. This is y minus minus 2 by 1 z minus 3 by 1. So A2 vector. Which one will be A2 vector here? And take out this. So it is minus 1 minus 2 3. Means minus I minus 2j plus 3k. B2 vector. What is B2? This is your B2 vector. 3 1 1. That is 3i plus j plus k. Okay. You got A2 B2. You got A1 B1. 4 things you got now. Now let's find what is A2 minus A1. Directly you find A2 minus A1. Minus I minus 2i minus 2j minus j minus 3j 3k minus 0k plus 3k. You got A2 minus A1. Get B1 cross B2. B1 cross B2. That is I j k 2 minus 2 1. 2 minus 2 1. Then B2 3 1 1. Would expand it. Now you try to do directly. I times minus 2 minus 1 minus j times. J line you forget. 2 minus 3 plus k times. This is 2. K line you forget. 2 plus 6. So how much you got? So you are getting minus 3i B1 cross B2 minus 3i minus j plus 8k. Okay, what is B1 cross B2 modulus? minus 3 square, square of the components, minus 3 square plus 1 square plus 8 square, 9 plus 1 plus 64, 74. Okay, what is left out? A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2. A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2. So A2 minus A1 is minus 2y minus 3j plus 3k dot B1 cross B2 minus 3i plus j plus 8k. So what do you get? Minus 2 minus 3, minus 2 minus 3 plus minus 3 1 plus 3 8, 6 minus 3 plus 24. How much you got? 27. Therefore you can write B equals to A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 by modulus of B1 cross B2. So this is 27 by 74 root over. 27 by 74 root over. Okay. Then let's take the last question. Shortest distance between two parallel lines. Find the shortest distance between the lines r equals to I plus j plus k plus lambda times 2i minus j plus 2k and r equals to minus I plus 2j plus 3k plus mu times 4i minus 2j plus 4k. So look at how to know these two are parallel lines, because if you take 2 common here, that will be 2i minus j plus 2k, that means b will be same. So this shows these two are parallel lines. So you can write down. Look at, first you have to compare b1 and b2 are same or different. If b1 and b2 are same, then they are parallel lines. You can see here, if I take 2 common, exactly what is left out? 2i minus j plus 4k, 2i minus j plus 2k. So you can write a1 is I plus j plus k, b vector 2i minus j plus 2k, and a2 minus I plus 2j plus 3k. B will be same, because when you take out common, that will be 2 mu, that means some scalar here, but the vector will be same, 2i minus j plus 2k. So that is I have written B as both. Okay, so what is a2 minus a1? This minus this, minus 2i, this minus this, plus j plus 2k. Okay, then what is B vector? B vector modulus 2 square plus minus 1 square plus 2 square. This is 9, that will be 3. Now B cross A2 minus A1, you have to find out. Look at the formula I have given you. That is B cross. So what is B here? 2 minus 1 2 ijk 2 minus 1 2 A2 minus A1 minus 2 1 2 minus 2 1 2. So expand it. That will be minus 2 minus 2 minus j line forget 4 plus 4. Okay. Then K will be what? 2 minus 2. So that is how much? Minus 4i minus 8j plus 0k. But you have to find its modulus also. So B cross A2 minus A1 minus 4 square minus 8 square 0 square 16 plus 64 plus 0 78 root over. Therefore D equals to B cross A2 minus A1 by modulus of B whole modulus. So whole modulus means modulus of this one, that is 78 root over by 3 unit. So these are all questions about equation of the line in the space. Tomorrow we will start plane in 3-dimensional geometry.